things in my new apartment are getting weird. That it sounds like the cliché Creepypasta opening, but I swear that's not what this is. I honestly just didn't know who else might be sympathetic to something like this besides you all. Trust me. I know I sound insane or like a dumbass. Yea, of course I'm gonna explain. Like you're already asking. I just moved in. Well, I mean, not just moved in, but I moved in like a week ago. I've been away for a bachelor party for about a week, so I recently haven't been around. But I'd say I've lived here in this apartment for real about like a total of, I don't know, like 4 to 5 days or something. I moved my shit in and had to leave right away and just got back. I'm sorry. I know you want the juicy part. I mean, it's really not about that to me. I kinda just need someone to listen that won't think I'm weird or crazy or anything. It's literally 4 a.m. and I'm a little drunk and getting to rambling. I guess when I moved in here, it was obviously great. This is a beautiful brand new apartment building. If you go on Google Streets, you can see my building getting built. Then if you move one notch over, you see the trailer park that used to be there. I mean, call me a shoo, but that itself makes me feel like I'm kinda in the wrong. But still, it's a beautiful brand new building, and all things I'm about to say aside. It's nice. The weird part, though, is that I've never seen anyone in the building. I've seen people coming in and out of the main doors of it, but it's so strange. I've never seen anyone actually inside the building, and I live on the 3rd floor, so I feel like it's not like you wouldn't expect to see someone at some point, especially when the place is unfurnished and I've been moving tons of IKEA boxes up the stairs slowly. I'll say, given I'm here for school. It's summer, I'm older, and any friends I have are home. But yea, the only guy I've actually seen inside the building is some moving guy from, I don't know if I should say exactly, but a guy from a very famous moving company that just somehow happened to pull up when I was trying to move a desk inside, and he helped me. I am rambling again. Sorry. The weird thing first is the smell. Like when you walk in, there's a smell when you walk through and up the stairs. I associated this to just the fact the building is new, and every floor is just pure concrete when you walk through. But again, that guy that helped me was the only person I've ever seen inside the building. The first day, I didn't think much of it. I've been in a place of my own, and I was just happy to be out of a dorm, especially because my roommates before were all college age, so I didn't even really care to chill with them. Different interests and all. But then the 2nd and 3rd day, it definitely felt weird. I was moving more and more crap into it to try to make it feel like home, and I started to notice the sound of crying somewhere in the building. It was soft and quiet, but it was for sure a woman crying every time I came in and out. But I didn't hear it in the apartment itself. I brushed it off thinking maybe someone was having an episode or something. And it's not like it was during quiet hours, or like I said that I could hear it in my apartment proper, so I felt like it was nothing to report or anything like that. So I just sort of moved my stuff in, and then went to take my flight back home to party. The party was fun. I got a lot of stuff off my mind given I just ended the semester. But when I got back, it just felt weird again. I thought I was delirious from traveling for about 10 hours with the flights, and then driving about 2 hours in all. But when I parked, this guy parked right next to me, and I tried my best, fake being cordial to neighbors, and said, "Hey, how goes it?" He said nothing. He just got out of his car and stared at me for a few seconds. Then he took a box out of the back seat, turned back to me, and then stared at me a bit longer. I even asked, "You want a hand?" And he just stared at me and then walked to the door of the building with the box. Obviously weird, I know. I didn't see where he went to in the building, obviously, because I had my own bags to unpack. So I didn't even think about how I haven't seen anyone actually in the building. I just still thought. I was tired from the trip and making more of the situation than it warranted. Until that crying, or rather screaming, that night when I got back, I heard screaming. Like everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Above, below, and from both apartments on either side of me. It was like something out of Dante. I didn't call the security or anything because what do I tell them? Hey, I hear screaming from up, down, left, and right from every apartment around me. They'd obviously just think I'm the crazy one and come to my door to check on me. And at the same time, I'm super confrontational and just moved in here, so it's not like I'm trying to make waves or anything. So I just put on YouTube videos as loud as I could to try to drown it out. Honestly, I'm kinda glad nobody called security on me, because it was loud, obviously. I thought I was just being crazy. Of course, I looked things up the next day. There's foxes in my area. I know they sound like women screaming when they call, and my building is a ways out enough from the main populated area that it makes sense one would be outside being loud. But at the same time, I don't know. The day after that I left for groceries and I saw that guy again. The one with the box. Again trying to be a good neighbor, I said, "How's it going, man?" But he said nothing. He just stared at the hill behind the building. Of course, that freaked me out after the night before. But like I said, I don't like making waves, so I just got in my car and left. When I got back, though, he was still standing there, staring at the hill. But he had moved closer to it. I tried to be casual, kinda worried about the guy, and called out, "Yo, man, you good?" Thinking he was tripping or something. Not the slightest response. He didn't even twitch at my yell. That just straight up freaked me out so. Looking back at him here, and then, obviously, I grabbed my groceries and went into the building. I know I probably should have told someone about the guy, but I've been on drugs before, and the last thing that will help is cops putting you on the ground and cuffing you. Besides, he was right outside the building. I'd been gone for at least an hour or so shopping, so if nobody had said something already, I figured it wasn't a big deal. And then that night, I heard the screaming again. It wasn't all around this time, though, like it was before. It was a loud, focused, high-pitched screeching right outside my balcony. I mentioned I live on the 3rd floor. I am an American, and I believe in the Second Amendment, if you know what I mean. So, of course, I grabbed my gun. It made no sense to me how anything could be on my balcony screaming, but I wasn't going to take any chances. I must have looked so ridiculous. Buck naked with a Glock in my hand, sneaking to my balcony curtains. The screaming kept going and just got louder the closer I got. Then as soon as I got to the curtains, it stopped. I stopped myself in my tracks. I stood there for what felt like an hour. Then I finally built up the courage to peek through. There was a box on my balcony. A box that looked like the one that guy was carrying. I haven't touched it yet. This is where I'm at. I'm so freaked out. Like I said, I feel crazy posting here. But I don't know who else will understand this type of shit. The screaming has stopped since I looked at the box. I know. Weird in itself, but that's not what I care about right now. Obviously, I'm so reluctant to even touch the box. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. That thing is on my balcony still right now. I don't know, I guess I just want advice.